When is it that you should fire your financial advisor? It's a good question, and who better to answer it than Jenice Malecki? She's a securities attorney and has been a FINRA arbitrator and chairperson. Thanks for joining us, Jenice. What should you be looking for in your financial advisors, and what are the signs that they're not doing their job?
I think there's really two things to look for. One is when you think there may be a fraud, and one is when you think your broker might be clueless. So one is just diabolical, and one is idiocy. So let's go. Can we go with the idiocy first? Sure.
You think your broker is a moron, basically, is what you're saying. How do you know?
Well, I think you know your broker is a moron if you see a dramatic drop in the stock in a short period of time that, can't be accounted for in anything going on in like a dramatic market. The market is up and you're losing money. A majority of the investments recommended by your broker are all declining in value. Your broker doesn't tell you important information you needed to know regarding your purchase, like, certain features of the investment that may have been triggered that you were unaware could even happen, or financial results are markedly different from publicly announced expectations. So, your broker's not following the market, doesn't understand the investment that they've recommended to you, and really isn't following your investments as time goes on so that, you aren't in 2007, 2008 loaded up in financial and real estate stocks.
We're talking with Jenice Malecki. She's a securities industry attorney and has been a FINRA arbitrator. Jenice, when you talk with your broker, presumably you want to work out whether they're dim before they lose your money, right?
Absolutely.
So how can you tell that? Because what you described just now was like, oh, yeah, if your investments don't do well, they might be an idiot. But you want to know it before, right? You don't want to say you should have been here yesterday.
Absolutely. I mean, one of the things that I find is that, in our sort of consumeristic society, we tend not to ask enough questions because we're overly polite to salespeople. We may not be polite to our neighbor, but we're overly polite to salespeople. So, one of the things is you should not just have a relationship with a broker over the phone. You should go to their office, take a look around at their office. You should talk to them not only about the investments they're recommending, but why in this market, and what do you know about this investment and how it works and how it will perform in different markets. And if your broker can't answer simple questions like that, then this person is really just pushing product and not actually, synthesizing and analyzing information in the current market to help you, guide you through tough patches. Because that's really when you need a broker. It's when things get rough, Otherwise, we can all just pick stocks.
Now, you also mentioned fraud is at a time when you should fire your broker. We all know about Bernie Madoff, and that was fraud on a humongous scale. What are the clues so that you don't get taken?
Well, first and foremost, it's a business transaction with a broker, not a personal transaction. So when somebody's pandering to you on a personal level, like I've known you X number of years, I wouldn't steer you wrong, you have to be careful. Somebody doesn't return your phone calls. There's transactions on your statements that don't make sense to you. You don't understand the investment. You don't understand why it's performing the way it is. Your account statements show transactions you don't remember ever talking about. Or there's unidentified debits or credits on your monthly account statements. And then things like suddenly the trading volume starts to increase or gets more speculative, or, broker tells you, stop watching the news. It's too confusing. You don't really understand what we're doing here. Those are kind of signs that this person is probably just wanting to lead you down whatever path they're going and is not really crafting, a portfolio for you.
Thank you very much. Jenice Malecki, securities attorney and FINRA arbitrator. We appreciate your time.
I appreciate it. Thanks.
I'm Simon Constable for the Wall Street Journal, and that has been your Daily Wrap.